you're older than me, and yet you're still not married. It's quite something, isn't it? I mean, at your age, isn't it starting to get a bit concerning? Goldie, what do you mean by that? I'm not exactly rushing into marriage or anything. It's not like it's something to be worried about. Come on, you're at that age now. Do you really not understand? My husband is the eldest son, and there's a lot of pressure on me because of that, you know. You have to think about these things too. It really matters. Well, I don't feel pressured at all. My parents don't have those old-fashioned expectations. Sure, there might be some excitement since I'm the first grandchild, but it's not something you need to worry about too much. It's not like anyone's putting pressure on you about it. Oh, I definitely feel it, even if you don't say anything. I mean, I'm the one who came into this family, right? And I'm the first grandchild, while my husband has 2 older sisters who aren't married yet. That's a bit unexpected for me, too. I understand, but marriage is such a personal matter. Even though I'm your sister-in-law, it's not really something you should be discussing with me. So, are your parents okay with that? What if my children ended up being the only grandchildren? Well, I can't completely rule that possibility out, but really, it's not something you need to worry so much about. No, I'm definitely going to be worried about it, because once the baby I'm carrying is born, there's a good chance they'll expect me to have another one right after, right? That's honestly too much for me to handle. It's going to be fine. If that happens, we can talk about it then. But come on, this is the first grandchild. There's going to be a celebration for the birth, isn't there? After all, since I got pregnant, our expenses have skyrocketed, and after the birth, it's going to cost even more money. So, yes, I am absolutely expecting a big celebration. Wait, are you seriously saying that? I mean, I understand that pregnancy and childbirth cost money, but especially since I'm having a boy. If I don't get a lavish celebration, I might just lose it. I'm risking my life to bring this baby into the world. And to be honest, I didn't even want kids in the first place, but since your brother wanted children, here we are. I get that, but well, I know that my in-laws don't seem to have a lot of money, so it's probably going to be difficult to expect much from them. Still, please don't send anything useless. If it's trash, I'll just throw it away. Yes, I understand already. I'm currently experiencing postpartum depression, so I really don't want to see anyone from my in-laws right now. Please don't contact me. What? Are you really okay with that? I mean, is it really fine to shut everyone out like that? I'm fine, but it would be incredibly annoying if they just showed up at my house unannounced, so please don't come over, okay? Well, that's really all I wanted to say. I see, but I can't help but worry a little. I mean, I've only been able to see the baby once so far. I mean, it seems like my mother is trying her best not to bring it up too much, but I think she would appreciate having more opportunities to spend time with her grandchild. Once things settle down a bit, it would be nice if we could all meet up again. I'll think about it. Right now, my parents are completely focused on taking care of the baby, and I don't want to impose any more than necessary. Oh, I understand. If you ever need help, just let us know. We're more than willing to come by and lend a hand if you need it. Honestly, I'd prefer if you didn't feel the need to do that. It's a really complicated situation right now, and I'm just exhausted from everything. It's like the English language is failing me, and I just don't want to deal with it anymore. It's all so overwhelming. That's not what I meant at all. I also sent you a congratulatory gift for the baby the other day. Did you receive it? I thought it would be better not to ring the doorbell when I passed by your house, so I left it on your parking area instead. I did receive your gift, but honestly, it looked so cheap. I ended up throwing it all in the trash. Seriously, I need something better than that. What? Are you serious? You threw it all away? Of course. What's with the handmade diaper tower? It's so tacky that I couldn't stop laughing. It's been ages since I've laughed like that, especially after giving birth. Wait, I worked really hard with my mom to make that for you. And also, what about the $30,000 gift? Huh? What do you mean by that? Inside the diaper tower, I wrapped up the $30,000 gift from my mom and me. You did notice that, right? What? No way. Are you serious? That's exactly what I want to know. Did you really throw it away? That's impossible. If that was the case, you should have mentioned it in the letter. This is the worst. Of course I threw it away. Wow. Oh, this is unbelievable. It was even written in the letter I attached. You really did this. Go get it back right now. I'm out right now. You know what? I'll contact my parents to go and get it. Wait, you're out this late? I'm going to contact my brother right now. It would be faster if you reach out to him, right? I mean, I know you need to tell your parents too, but still. No, wait, the gift was sent to me, right? That means I have to receive it. Huh? But it's also a good idea to let your brother know. I thought it was strange that I hadn't heard anything yet, so I asked you first. Oh, whatever. I'll just send my parents to get it. Seriously, please stop being so attached to your brother. I have enough on my plate right now, so this is all I can handle. Hey, wait a minute. Make sure you talk to my brother properly, okay? I don't want any misunderstandings. It's really important that you communicate everything clearly, especially now that you've had the baby. You don't want any issues arising from this, do you?
I found it! It was still there! I'm so relieved I found it in time. But seriously, she threw it out regardless of the garbage collection days or anything. What on earth is she thinking? This is such a hassle. I'm so sorry about this.
You found it? Oh, that's great. I'm really glad you contacted me right away. But wait, you were home taking care of the baby, right? Then why did you insist on calling your parents instead of me? It would have been much quicker to reach out to me.
I didn't want you to take my money. I knew if I told you, you'd just put it in the baby's savings account, and I wanted to use it all myself.
Oh, is that what it was? I figured something was off when I saw how you were acting.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I think there's something you're hiding from me.
Hiding? Like what? By the way, are you out right now? Are you out having fun?
Yeah, it seems that way. She sometimes goes out like this. Before, she was staying with her parents taking care of the baby. I'm not entirely sure why, but ever since I started taking parental leave and stayed home with the baby, she's started going out alone now and then.
Oh, really? Well, the way you say that makes it sound like you've been thinking she might have been going out more when she was at your parents' place, right?
Yeah, there's a good chance of that. I don't think it's a bad thing to go out occasionally. Just because she's a mother doesn't mean she has to be glued to the baby all the time. I'm here, and so are her parents. We can all share the parenting responsibilities. Taking a breather is important too, I believe. But the issue is how she's spending her time out.
What do you mean by that?
She often comes home drunk in the morning after a night out. It seems she's been drinking with her friends from college. She comes home completely wasted and then just sleeps all day. I don't mind her going out, but she's a stay-at-home mom after all. I worry about what will happen when my parental leave ends. Will she be able to handle the housework properly again? It's a bit concerning.
Oh, I see. You guys had a bit of a rushed marriage, huh? So you didn't really know about her true nature before tying the knot?
Well, I guess that's about right. I think I fell into her trap more than I'd like to admit. We were supposed to be practicing safe sex, but then she ended up getting pregnant. I really don't mind because children are a blessing, but still. She got pregnant before we were married, and then she quit her job right away. It feels like I've been tricked, honestly.
Wow. So you were aware of that, huh? We all kind of thought the same thing. But if you're saying you're happy with it, then that's great, right? Mom and I talked about that too.
Is that so?
It's possible that with the baby finally here, she's just feeling overwhelmed with excitement and letting loose a bit too much.
Yeah, that could be it. So I've been doing a lot of the housework while she's out, you know? I've become quite good at cleaning. I honestly think the place is cleaner now than when she does it.
Well, kudos to you for that, but don't forget to thank your wife. After all, she's the one maintaining the home. Even if she's not great at housework, you still need to appreciate her for keeping your life running smoothly.
I get that, but, Flora, I have a favor to ask you.
What is it?
Could you keep the fact that I found the $30,000 a secret from her?
Wait, why?
If she knows, I think she'd just blow it all on herself. She has this habit of spending money really fast. I mean, I get that going out drinking costs money, but if I give her cash, it might turn into a disaster. I want to save it for the baby's future. Also, I've been a bit concerned about something.
Really? What's been going on?
Well, I'll tell you once I'm sure about it, but there's a possibility that she might be betraying me.
What do you mean by that?
I have this gut feeling that she's hiding something from me and I can't shake it off. She's been acting weird lately and I can't quite put my finger on it.
You think she's being unfaithful?
I don't know yet. That's why I'm keeping an eye on things. It just feels like she's changed since the baby was born, you know? It's like she's become more carefree and distant. I understand that having a baby can change a person, but I can't help but feel suspicious about her late nights out.
Wow, that sounds intense. Have you talked to her about this at all?
I've tried, but she just brushes it off like I'm overreacting. She says I should trust her and that she's just having some time for herself. I want her to have her freedom, but I also think it's crucial for us to be honest with each other.
Yeah, for sure. Trust is key in a relationship. If you can't talk about these things, it's going to build up and cause bigger issues down the line.
Exactly, and I really don't want to jump to any conclusions, but my instincts are telling me something isn't right. I just wish I could get through to her and make her understand how serious this is for me.
Well, if you thought about sitting her down and having a heartfelt conversation when she's sober, sometimes people don't realize the impact of their actions until they really think about it.
I've been thinking about it, but every time I try to bring it up, she gets defensive and changes the subject. It's frustrating. I don't want to start a fight, but I need her to know how I feel.
I totally get that. Maybe if you approach it from a place of concern instead of accusation, she might be more open to listening.
That's a good point. I should focus on how I feel and not make her feel attacked. I'll try to find a calm moment to talk to her about it. Thanks for the advice.
Of course, just remember it's okay to express your feelings, but it's also important to be patient. Relationships take work, and sometimes things just need time to settle down.
Yeah, you're right. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for being here for me, Flora. It means a lot.
Anytime. We're siblings, and I'll always have your back. Just keep me updated on how things go with her, okay?
Absolutely. I'll let you know what happens. Hopefully we can get this sorted out soon.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you. Just keep communication open, and I'm sure you'll find a way to work through it together. Flora, why did you lie? That $30,000, didn't Eric recover it? Why did you keep quiet about it? Oh, that issue? What? Did Eric finally say something to you? I hope you didn't make a scene or anything. This is the worst. If I had that money, none of this would have happened. It's completely unfair. What do you mean by none of this? My husband just said he wants a divorce. He's done with this marriage. But if we had that $30,000, this wouldn't have happened. I could have paid off our debts and fixed everything. Well, that was something you threw away, wasn't it? You should think of it as something that never existed in the first place. Also, those are not words you should say to someone who gave you $30,000. That's pretty rude, don't you think? Because! Why did you hide it in a diaper tower like some childish trick? You knew how important that money was. How rude. I thought you would enjoy it as a surprise. I didn't make the diaper tower with the expectation it would be thrown away. That would be silly. I genuinely wanted to create a fun moment for you. But you said you'd have my parents come pick it up, right? So why did you contact my brother instead? I thought it was strange from the beginning that you wanted to involve your parents. You should have just told me directly. Then I got a call from my brother and everything clicked. I never imagined you would go out drinking with your old circle members while secretly spending a fortune on a host. What were you thinking? Well, that's because it's not like I had a choice. I mean, it's my ultimate form of relaxation. It's my favorite idle activities. You can't just take that away from me. I'm not denying that relaxation or idle activities are important, but you need to do those things within a budget. You can't just lie to your husband just to go out, and now you've ended up with all this debt. This is a serious issue. You wanted the $30,000 from the congratulatory money to pay off this debt, didn't you? Well, I needed money to support him. So it can't be helped. You don't understand how hard it is to be a mother and not have any outlet. If you need the money, then work and save it up to pay it off yourself. Don't rely on other people's money. And to think you wanted to use the $30,000 that was supposed to be a congratulatory gift. Is that really something a parent would do? It's irresponsible. Shut up! You say whatever you want as long as I stay quiet. If you had just given me the $30,000, this would have been resolved. But your brother found out about it first and deposited the entire amount into the child's savings. You're directing your resentment at the wrong target. If that's the case, then get the money from your parents to pay it off. They should help you out if they care about you. We've been poor for generations. That's why my parents were counting on my husband's income. And now I'm being told there's going to be a divorce. Take responsibility. This isn't fair. Shut up. Just stop already. I can't listen to this anymore. What did you just say? While you've been slacking off on parenting and wasting money drinking until the morning, your husband has been home alone doing everything. He's been desperately doing the housework and cleaning, and he found your IOU while doing so. He saw that paper hidden deep down and decided your spending habits were abnormal. So he hired a detective to gather all the evidence, didn't he? Wait, was it really that far gone? He hired a detective? Did you think no one knew? This is all the result of your own actions. Sure, there's no rule that says you can't have fun just because you're a mother. But while you were doing nothing, your brother was working tirelessly without rest, and while you were carelessly accumulating debt, he was growing tired from taking care of the child. And don't you dare blame your divorce on someone else just because you couldn't find the congratulatory money that was given to you. But if I had that $30,000, I could have paid back the money and none of this would have been a problem. If you had done that, you would have just gotten carried away and racked up even more debt. A person like you needs to experience pain firsthand to learn. It's the only way you'll understand the consequences of your actions. Wait, I get it. I won't go to the host anymore. I won't borrow money anymore. So please just help me this once. 30,000. No, even 20,000 would be fine. I'll be grateful for any amount you can spare. Look, we're not rich either. It's not an amount that just magically appears when you wish for it. We're also desperately gathering every penny to make ends meet. Just like you said, I don't have a boyfriend, nor am I planning to have children. Given the way things are going, the chances of me getting married and having kids are slim. So the money I spent was entrusted to your children's future. I don't want to waste it on your irresponsible choices. But if I get divorced like this, that child will be left without a father. Don't you see that? I need to be there for my child. What are you talking about? Of course the father will get custody. He's the responsible one. A debt-ridden woman who thoughtlessly tries to use her child's money while being a stay-at-home mom without a job is in no position to raise a child. You need to face the reality of your situation. That's true, but let me ask you this. Can you raise a child under these circumstances? You have to pay for your living expenses and child support, and now you'll also have to pay your husband alimony. How do you plan on doing that? Alimony? But I don't have that kind of money. How can I possibly afford that? Of course, that's impossible. You've had physical relationships with other men behind your husband's back multiple times. That's a serious betrayal, and you'll have to face the consequences. He has every right to demand alimony. Please, I am begging you, talk to Eric. I was a stay-at-home mom and I was happy. I can't work after a divorce. I don't know how to make it on my own. Don't act like a stay-at-home mom even when you can't handle basic household chores or childcare. Of course you were happy because you had the freedom to play, but you crossed the line. You can't just ignore your responsibilities. I'm sorry. I promise I'll never do this again. I'll be a proper mother. I've learned my lesson. So please, just this once, forgive me. If I can just pay back the debt, everything will be okay. Then pay what you owe and start over. Your trust is already sunk down there. Don't think you can be forgiven with such light words. Reflect on your selfish actions and suffer in hell for the rest of your life, you worthless woman. You think it's that easy to just move on? Please, I'll change, I promise. I can't lose my child. I'll do anything. You don't get it, do you? Your words mean nothing now. You've lost the right to be trusted, and it'll take more than just promises to regain it. You have to face the consequences of your actions. Your husband deserves better, and so does your child. You need to take responsibility. I know I messed up, but please, I don't want to lose my family. Can't you see how hard this is for me? I didn't mean for any of this to happen. You think you can just brush everything under the rug because you're feeling sorry for yourself? It doesn't work that way. You need to be held accountable. You need to make real changes, not just empty promises. Show that you can be a responsible adult. I promise I'll get a job. I'll do anything. Just help me get through this, please. Talk is cheap. You need to prove it with actions. Your husband's at his limit and you're running out of time. If you want to turn things around, you better start showing real commitment to change and being a better mother. I will, I swear. Just give me one more chance. I'll show you I can do it. Make sure you mean it, or you'll find yourself in an even worse situation than you're in now. Remember, you're not just risking your own future, you're jeopardizing your child's as well. Please, I don't want to think about that. I just want to make things right. I want to fix this and be a good mother. Then start by being honest with yourself and those around you. No more lies, no more hiding. If you want a chance at redemption, you'll have to be willing to fight for it every single day. I understand. I really do. I'll just do whatever it takes. Just don't give up on me yet. Well, it's too late to ask for that now because every single one of us has given up on you now. I hope that you have fun rotting in hell for all that you've done to us. Goldie was reportedly devastated when my brother firmly informed her of the divorce, breaking down into tears. However, it seems that my brother had completely lost all feelings for her, leading to the divorce proceeding without any further hesitation. The emotional impact of such a revelation can be immense, especially when a relationship that once held promise crumbles so suddenly. Under the guidance of a private investigator who advised him to be thorough, my brother had secretly installed hidden cameras during their discussions. This allowed him to capture the moments when Goldie, consumed by anger and frustration, attempted to lash out at their child. The recordings became crucial evidence in the divorce proceedings, revealing the true nature of her behavior when confronted. It's chilling to think about how a moment of anger can lead to such devastating consequences, not just for Goldie, but for the child caught in the middle. Following the divorce, Goldie lost her rights to see her child, and she would never be around to meet them again. The emotional toll of the situation must have been immense for her, but at the same time, it feels almost like poetic justice, considering her previous actions. The loss of her child would be a permanent scar on her heart, serving as a constant reminder of her decisions and their fallout. Now, buried with debt, alimony, and the necessity of earning a living, Goldie reluctantly found part-time work. Every day she struggles to make ends meet, and honestly, it's hard not to feel a sense of schadenfreude in this situation. Her previous lifestyle, filled with careless spending and reckless choices, has turned into a harsh reality. She now has to wake up early each morning, facing the drudgery of her new life. Each day serves as a reminder of what she lost, and it must be excruciating to see the stark contrast between her former life and her current one. She once enjoyed a life of leisure, filled with social outings and extravagant expenses, and now she is scraping by, barely able to pay her bills. The transformation from a life of luxury to one of financial strain illustrates the consequences of her actions. Goldie's transition from the carefree existence to the struggles of a working single mother highlights the impact of her previous choices. In the past, she may have taken her brother's support for granted, believing that she could continue living her life without consequences. But now, reality's hit hard, and every hour she spends at her part-time job serves as a reminder of the choices she's made and their repercussions. My brother, on the other hand, seems to be moving on with his life. Free from the chaos and drama that Goldie brought into his life, he can focus on his child without the burdens that Goldie represented. This newfound freedom must feel like a weight lifted off his shoulders, allowing him to finally breathe and find joy in parenting, without the stress of an unstable partnership. The contrast between their current situations could not be more stark, as Goldie finds herself in a self-imposed prison of regret while her brother flourishes. Goldie's current situation also forces her to reflect on her priorities and the choices that led her to this point. The debt that she accrued, possibly to fund her previous lifestyle, now looms over her like a dark cloud. Every moment spent at work is not just about earning a paycheck, it's about trying to repay her past mistakes and the consequences of her actions. The pressure to make ends meet while managing her financial obligations is a daily burden that weighs heavily on her shoulders. She may find herself daydreaming about what could have been, contemplating how different things might be if she had made better choices. The longing to see her child again might haunt her, knowing that her actions directly led to her current circumstances. The realization of what she lost may bring moments of deep sadness and regret, forcing her to confront the gravity of her decisions. As she navigates her new life, Goldie will likely encounter challenges that push her to her limits. Balancing work and life without the support she once had will be a daunting task. She might have to rely on friends or acquaintances for help, something that she may not have been used to before. This reliance on others could bring about feelings of vulnerability and insecurity as she comes to terms with her new reality. Her interactions with others will also change. She may find it difficult to relate to those who still live the life she once had. The envy and resentment she might feel towards them could lead to feelings of isolation. She may struggle to connect with those who don't understand her plight, further exasperating her sense of loss and grief over what she used to have. In the midst of this struggle, there may be moments of clarity for Goldie. These moments might help her realize the true cost of her decisions and the importance of responsibility and accountability. She might begin to understand the value of hard work, the importance of financial stability, and the love that comes with being a parent, something she took for granted. Eventually, Goldie may find a way to rebuild her life, whether it's through new friendships, personal growth, or professional development. She may start to carve out a new identity separate from the mistakes of her past. This journey towards self-improvement could be transformative, allowing her to redefine her purpose and goals in life. Yet the scars of her past will remain, serving as constant reminders of what she lost and what she must overcome. Her journey towards redemption may be long and arduous, filled with obstacles and setbacks, but it will also provide opportunities for growth and learning. Goldie's story serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of neglecting one's responsibilities, illustrating that one's choices can profoundly affect the lives of those around them. It highlights the importance of being accountable for one's actions and the impact those actions can have on family and relationships. In the end, Goldie's path to recovery may lead her to a deeper understanding of herself, her values, and the importance of cherishing her family.
Hey, Sophie, where are you?
I'm at my office. Didn't I tell you this morning that I'm going to be working overtime today?
Why do you always come home later than me recently? Are you cheating on me?
No, I'm not. I'm responsible for 2 projects now.
I see. Where's my dinner?
Didn't you see the note on the dinner table? It's in the fridge, so heat it up and eat that.
I don't want to eat cold-ass food.
Sorry, but there's nothing I can do.
You're joking, right? Didn't you think about coming home early from work and continuing to work on the project tomorrow?
No, because I have a meeting in like 20 to 30 minutes about one of the projects, so I need to stay here.
Do you want to get divorced?
Oh my god, do we need to do this again, Ian? Please don't tell me that you submitted the divorce papers at the clerk's office like last time.
I just did because you decided to argue with me.
What? You should stop doing that even though you don't mean it, because people there are really busy and don't have time for that bullshit.
It's your fault because you always argue and make fun of me and don't do your duties.
When? Also, what do you mean, duties?
All the time. I mean, duties, I mean like cooking and cleaning and laundry and taking out the trash, etc.
This isn't the 1930s. When we got married, didn't you promise me to help me with the household chores? You did the first year.
Yeah, I did, but I'm busy with work and tired every day now.
I work too, but I do my best to do everything. Do you not appreciate me? I woke up early today and cooked dinner just for you. All I'm saying is to heat it up and eat it. Do you not know how to use the microwave?
See? This is what I'm talking about, okay? This.
What? Please don't tell me that this is the reason you decided to get divorced today.
This is the reason you argued with me that you don't want to come home and made fun of me for saying that I don't know how to use the microwave.
Ugh, come on, we're not in kindergarten. This is something that we can talk about, not getting divorced. Last time was because I was watching too much TV, and before that it was because I gained weight. I mean, really?
You got some damn nerve to argue with me. You will face problems if you get dumped by me. Do you know your place now? If you don't want this to happen, then you better listen to me.
I will say the exact same thing back. You think that divorce is some kind of punishment, but stop filing for divorce whenever we fight. I will go to the clerk's office next time to cancel the divorce even though I'm embarrassed when I have time. Have you ever thought about how people there feel about this? Probably not, because you don't care about others.
Excuse me? Watch your attitude.
Mine? You should watch yours. You'll regret acting like that later on.
How do I have attitude? I'm hardworking and a sincere man, and you should be lucky that you married me.
Seriously? Oh my god, sorry, but I need to laugh. Thank you for this because all my anger flew away and I can do well on my meeting from now on. So, will you excuse me? A few days later.
Hello? Why were you ignoring me all morning?
Because I'm pissed. If this project meeting doesn't go well today, it's your fault.
Why are you pissed? I just asked you to do the dishes.
I couldn't get enough sleep because of you. You woke me up in the middle of the night and told me to wash your dishes that you used. Wash your own damn dish. Is this revenge for the other day?
I don't know what you're talking about, but I won't wash it because that's not my job.
Look, if you don't want to do it, you could have soaked it in water so I could wash it in the morning.
I don't like it when the dishes are in the sink. You should know that.
Also, stop lying. You woke me up at midnight yesterday to wash your clothes because you got soy sauce on it. Doing these kinds of things 2 days in a row is kind of obvious that you're doing it on purpose.
Do you have proof?
I don't need proof. Anyone who saw this will agree with me. I'm not a housekeeper. Okay, you know what? I'm fed up with you, so I decided not to help you from now on. Be thankful that I listened and helped you up until today. I don't even want to see your face anymore, so I will not go to the clerk's office to cancel the divorce. It's so funny how you threaten me with one piece of paper.
Shut up! Do you think that you can act that way towards me?
Yeah, and? Why don't you think about my feelings too? Actually, why don't you learn how to be nice to people?
Oh my god, it's such a waste of time talking to you.
Okay, cool. We have the same opinion. Great. Bye. Later that day.
I'm not coming home tonight.
Okay, are you working overtime also?
Nope, I gotta go to a small party tonight, so I'm gonna get a couple of drinks.
Party? For what?
Divorce? With you! So, pack your bags tonight and leave the house tomorrow, okay? I don't want to have to see your face, so leave early, okay?
What a coincidence. I'm going to have a party with my coworkers too. Roger that.
I bet that you're crying right now. You can cancel the divorce if you want to.
I'm not, and why would I want to cancel it? Hey, guess what? I ordered an expensive bottle of champagne for the party tonight. Do you want to see?
No thanks. Are you sure you want a divorce with me? You'll be single again and your parents will not be happy with this.
Yeah, and? I want to say the same exact thing back, and of course I want to divorce you. I was going to divorce you the next time you submit the papers to the clerk's office, so thank you for doing that. I appreciate it.
So, you're 100% okay with divorcing me?
Yep, I really don't care because I'm not a stay-at-home wife. I actually work full-time, unlike you who works part-time and earn a lot more than you.
Are you making fun of me?
No, I'm just telling you facts. Anyways, I'll leave the house as you wish, so make sure to pay for the mortgage, okay?
What are you talking about?
The mortgage. I've been paying for it this whole time.
No, I was paying for it, okay? Stop lying. You were using our card, right? It's mostly my savings.
The card is under your name, so you probably thought that you were paying for it, but I've been depositing money into that account every month to pay the mortgage. Do you know what else I was paying for? Living expenses, utility costs, and food expenses.
What? You never told me about this? Why didn't you tell me?
We don't even talk to each other. Plus, I was thinking that you'll just argue with me and threaten me with the divorce papers, so I just didn't say anything. Just wondering, was that your hobby or something? Anyways, I was fed up with that, and so that's why I did everything on my own. Well, now that we're getting divorced, I'll stop depositing money into our account and give your card back with only your savings in it.
Wait, so you weren't paying the mortgage and living expenses with just my earnings?
Were you seriously thinking that we could live off of only your earnings? Really? You only earn like 1.5 grand per month. If you married someone else, how are you going to support that person? I advise for you to start thinking about how you're gonna pay for everything.
That's gonna be a problem for me, so I have to go to the clerk's office now and cancel the divorce.
It's closed already, so just give up.
Then I'll go first thing in the morning, okay? I wasn't planning on divorcing you in the first place.
Then why did you submit the papers so many times? It was just a threat, right?
You're the bad guy here because you wouldn't listen to me. I thought that I needed to teach you a lesson. Do you not know that? I can't believe that you're gonna make me go tomorrow to cancel it. Are you serious? But I'll go because I'm nice.
What lesson? You just treated me like shit. Do you really think that you're nice? Where?
Yeah, because I'm going for you. You better be thankful.
I never told you to go for me, so it's gonna be a waste of time.
Why?
Even though you try to cancel the divorce, I'm not going to.
Are you being serious now, Sophie?
Yes, I knew you wanted to argue, so that's why I hired a lawyer.
Wait, a lawyer? Stop exaggerating and calm down.
I'm not exaggerating. I'm going to ask the lawyer to help me file a divorce, and I also found out that you were cheating on me, so I'll make you pay for alimony.
I never cheated on you. What are you talking about?
Are you serious? Does the name Gina ring a bell?
How do you know? Nothing happened between us, though. We're just friends. I can call her right now to prove that.
You don't need to make excuses and call her because I really don't care anymore. Plus, I have all the evidence. I also noticed that your payment was decreasing little by little, so I thought something was up. Do you know the reason why I kept calling off the divorce? I wanted more evidence from you. I was tolerating you this whole time.
So you were spying on me, huh?
Yes, because I wanted to take a revenge on you. I'll send all the evidence to the company so everyone will find out.
No, please don't. I might even get fired.
Might? You will get fired because my uncle is your boss. Did you forget?
No, shit, I forgot.
I'm going to make your life a living hell. This is for threatening me and yelling and arguing with me. You were acting tough to me this whole time, but you're just a pathetic man who doesn't even have money. Can you pay for the lawyer? Probably not.
Can you think this over, Sophie? I'll apologize to you as many times as you want. I'll never cheat and argue with you and threaten with divorce papers. Just please give me one more chance.
I think I gave you many chances before, but you never decided to change your attitude, so it's kinda late now. Oh, just to let you know, my mom is moving my stuff with the moving company right now, so the house is yours from today.
What? Already? But what about the payments, though? Can you at least help me for this month?
Why would I? You wanted me to leave ASAP, and that's exactly what I did. Don't ask me about the payment because the house is not mine anymore. Plus, we're going to be strangers. Good luck for everything, and don't even think about asking me for help. I told you that you'll regret it later on. After the incident. We officially got divorced, and since all of the evidence arrived at the company, everyone found out about the incident and is giving Ian the cold shoulder. But since he needs to pay for alimony, he can't quit, so he's tolerating working there every day. He was dumped by Gina, and since he couldn't pay the mortgage, he got kicked out and he now lives in a crummy apartment and has nothing left but debt. He asked his parents for help, but they don't even listen to him, so he has nobody now. Looks like he's regretting everything, but it's too late. On the other hand, I got promoted to manager after my 2 projects were successful. I'm very busy every day, but I don't have to deal with that scumbag anymore, so I am living a stress-free life.
Wow, this is unbelievable. Helena, you're 10 years older than Derek? That makes you 1 year older than me. Do you know how insane that is? Good evening, Roxana. What exactly are you trying to get at here? What's so insane? I don't understand what you're talking about. What do you mean? How could you not get it when it's so plain to see? This big age gap is just really bad, you know? There's almost a 10-year difference between you and your younger brother. Doesn't that make you really ancient and almost too old to be his sister? Don't you think that's weird? How could you be almost like a motherly figure to him? It's kind of gross. What are you saying is gross, Roxana? Have you ever met a person who's had a child at 10 years old? That would be impossible, so don't make such weird accusations. How can that be impossible? Having a 10-year age gap is pretty wild to me. You literally could almost be a mother. You're definitely a much more older sister than a typical sibling. Well, I very much disagree with that, but whatever you say, Roxana. Is there something else you really want to say to me? Well, because you're so old-fashioned and just an old hag in general, I don't see how we could possibly get along. Actually, I don't feel like being friendly to you. Excuse me? What did you just call me? There is hardly a huge difference in age, but you think you can just call me an old hag? Do you seriously not think there's too much of an age difference between you and Derek? Are you blind or something? You've already got gray hairs popping up on your head. We've also got a decent age gap between us, so I really don't think we're going to have anything in common. Why would you go out of your way to tell me this? What are you going to gain from making me feel bad, Roxana? I don't get what you're trying to do to me here. Whatever it is, it's not going to work. Why would you turn around and say things like that? Well, I guess that's where our big age difference comes in, since I'm clearly more mature than you are. You know, I was really looking forward to meeting my fiancé's sister and to see how well we'd get along with each other. When I met you for the first time, you were way older than I was expecting, and I was really disappointed in that. It's creepy how you're so much older than Derek. Okay, Roxana, you really need to watch what you say to me, all right? How do you think it feels to the other person when you say such nasty comments? Don't you realize how much nasty comments like that hurt people? Maybe you're just one of those people who finds it funny to diss others. Fine, I'm just going to make this plain and simple. Would you just stop hanging out with Derek? It would make things a lot easier for me. Since you're so much older, I already know that you're going to cause a lot of trouble for me in the future. You're just so annoying to deal with. I think it would be better to end the relationship with your brother as soon as possible. That would be great. What is this nonsense you're talking about? Why are you acting like this? What did I do to you that makes you hate me so much? Are you seriously asking me to cut ties with my younger brother? You don't want me talking to Derek anymore, is that it? Well, if you put it that way, yes. I don't want you anywhere near me, so that means you need to stay away from Derek as well. We're about to get married really soon, so it's better to keep the area around me clear of annoying and pushy people, okay? I don't understand what any of this means at all. I'm not even remotely pushy or annoying. Have you forgotten how much help I've given you? Don't you remember that I helped you get a job? Actually, come to think of it, I think Derek told me that you pulled a few strings for me so that I could get the job I wanted. But that has nothing to do with what we're discussing right now. I suppose I'm grateful for that since I received a job offer. But as of today, I no longer need your cooperation anymore. It would be better if you just cut ties with Derek so the situation doesn't get messy. If you don't want to embarrass yourself at my wedding by showing up after someone cut you off, then maybe don't bother coming. What? Why would it be embarrassing if I were to go to the wedding? That makes no sense, Roxana. I've got no idea what you're trying to pull here, but it's not going to work. You can't just shove me out of my brother's life that easily. If you'll excuse me, I'm not going to listen to this shamble of a conversation any longer. You need to take responsibility for the horrible things you've said. That's true, but I don't want you around, so I needed to let you know somehow. Just to leave my fiancé alone and nothing bad will happen to you. Are you kidding me, Roxana? You're not going to do this to my family. There is no way you're getting away with this. I don't think it's a good idea to carry on this conversation anymore. I'm done for now. If you'll excuse me, I've got some things to do. Derek, I need to ask you something. Does Roxana have some sort of grudge against me? She's being so rude towards me.
Wait, what? Where did that come from, sis? I don't think she's got a grudge. Do you think she does? I was expecting her to be more grateful, especially because of what you've done for her. Thanks to you, she's able to be a full-time employee.
Well, I thought she really appreciated what I did for her, but that doesn't seem to be the case when she messaged me.
Huh? What are you talking about? I'm not quite sure what you mean, Helena. What did she say to you?
Look, I don't want to go into too much detail about what she said, but she doesn't like that I'm 10 years older than you.
Well, I guess she was surprised to know that you were 10 years older than me, but I don't get why she makes that her business. It's not something that we can change now. We're adults, for goodness sake.
Yes, I get that, but she was also telling me not to come to the wedding. Is it still okay for me to attend the wedding or not?
Helena, what are you talking about? Of course you're allowed to come to the wedding. You're a part of my family, remember? It's only right for you to be there.
But then I've got to go back to work because I've got quite a few things to do. I can only show my face for just a little bit and then I've got to go.
Well, we can't help that your job's keeping you super busy. Also, please don't worry about what Roxana said. She's got no idea what she's talking about. There are times when I can't keep up with her because she's so moody a lot of the time. But maybe it's best to just go with the flow when it comes to her.
Oh, really? Well, if you say so, Derek. I just don't want anything bad to happen to this family. I suppose you take it easy too. Don't stress yourself out, okay? Okay, well, I better get going, but I really look forward to the wedding ceremony. I'm sure it'll be lots of fun. Well, I can't believe my wedding day's finally here. I am so excited. But, oh my god, you haven't come to watch. Roxana, you contacted me yesterday about the venue being changed to somewhere else, but was that all a lie? No matter how you interpret what's going on, it doesn't seem like a wedding is going to take place. Huh? What are you on about, Helena? You know I'd never intentionally lie to you, right? It's not my fault you don't believe what I say. Did you do all of this just because you hate that I'm 10 years older than my brother? Do you not know how insane that is? Are you trying to change the venue on me so that you'd make me miss my own brother's wedding? Huh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember saying anything like that to you. Why would I send you to the wrong place? Don't you think that you're just being an idiot who's got no idea where they're going? Because you're such an old hag, maybe you just forgot all the wedding details. Okay, that's it. I have had it up to here with your distasteful jokes. They're not even remotely funny. You've gone too far this time. You laugh at me as if I'm such an idiot who has no idea how you treat me. You're going to regret what you've said and did to me a lot from now on. You know, I really don't think I will, my dear sister-in-law. It's so weird that I can call you that, the old hag sister-in-law. You know that you really can't blame me for you being a forgetful old hag. You should really get tested for dementia or something. I guess that's just what happens when you start to age quickly. You should do some daily brain exercises. Okay, I am so over this. You need to cut this crap out, Roxana. I am beyond the point of actually being nice to you now. Oh, boo-hoo, I'm scared of my old and wrinkly sister-in-law. Who's the one who forgot our wedding ceremony today, huh? You forgetting things is just going to cause so much trouble for people because you're so old and act like a grandma. Don't you think you've forgotten something, Roxana? Did you forget that you were supposed to go to your office today? Huh? What are you talking about? Why would I need to go to the office today when I'm having my wedding ceremony? You've been saying things like this for a while now, and it's getting really annoying. Do you really think I'd forget my own brother's wedding day? There's no way I'd forget my plans when I write everything down so I have constant reminders. I couldn't go because you ended up lying to me about where the wedding venue actually was, but you actually forgot about your job orientation today, didn't you? My job orientation? What on earth are you talking about? I haven't got a clue what you're on about. Stop making things up. Wow, the color from your face must be washing away right now. Did you seriously not know? The company that you work for is actually the company that I'm an executive of. How else do you think you landed the job, huh? I promised to let you know about it at the wedding, but you know things happen, so I couldn't remind you. There's really nothing you can do if you're the one who's forgotten to go to your orientation today. Now, just hold on a minute. What is this all about? Are you seriously an executive? Is there really a job orientation for this position I got? I thought that you talked this out with my brother. Did you let it slip your mind or something, Roxana? Was it not mentioned during your interview the other day or the briefing you had over the phone? Are you kidding me right now? The orientation is supposed to be happening today? Are you being serious right now? Do I really have to repeat myself with you? Isn't that what I just said like several times? If you actually checked your schedule properly, then you'd know that it was scheduled for today. I was expecting better from you. It was surely recorded onto the documents that you'd received when you got the job the other day. Is it not written down? Oh, right. Yeah, I've just checked my files and yeah, it looks like the job orientation was scheduled for today. I don't believe this. This is really bad. Why didn't you say something since it's my wedding day? This isn't the orientation that everyone attends, is it? Of course it is. All members of the company are supposed to attend a job orientation on their first day. It's your first day of work. You're not skipping your first day of work, are you, Roxana? You know that's not a good look, right? I'm not skipping work at all. You know full well that it's my wedding day and that it's been scheduled way in advance. I had no idea it would clash. In that case, you should have submitted a notification of your absence in advance. There would have been no problems otherwise. I was also wondering if you would even be able to do the submission correctly, but I suppose you didn't. I thought that you purposefully covered up having to do this so you could do the ceremony with no issues. I wasn't even thinking of doing that at all. I didn't even realize that this orientation was a compulsory thing. No, I think that you just forgot that it was happening and are just trying to cover your tracks. It says it's compulsory. Look, I need to know one thing. Is it true that you're a company executive, Helena? It's my first time hearing this information. I just heard from Derek that he thought I might be able to get a job because you had a connection in high places. Well, I wasn't going to tell you, and it's kind of on you for not asking more details about me. You know that this hasn't got anything to do with me or the company that I work for. I'm just an executive, and I'm Derek's sister, plain and simple. I guess you somehow managed to force your way into the company that I just so happen to work for. You really should do more research. I didn't know that you were in such a high-paying position in the company. If you are, you need to tell me things a little earlier. You know that's interfering with my job, and I can't allow that to happen. If you don't come to the orientation, you can't join the company. You said you wanted to become a full-time employee because you wanted to get all the welfare benefits that we offer. But I'll be honest with you now, my company no longer allows people to do that. Huh? What are you talking about? What do you mean your company doesn't allow employees access to welfare benefits? I'm telling you now that since you've not shown up for your orientation, there's no way this company can hire you ever again. Please go and find another job that you can apply for. I'm sure there are other options out there for you, Roxana. Now, just wait a moment, okay? But I thought I was given the job offer by the company you work for. You're not really canceling my job contract just because I forgot to show up to my job orientation. Surely you can make an exception, right? The job orientation day is also the day that you're supposed to start work, and that was explicitly told to you, Roxana. We're not going to hire someone if they're not going to show up to work on the first day. Did you really think you could play me for a fool today? Huh? What's that supposed to mean? I'm not playing with you, Helena. I didn't know what was really going on, and it's my wedding day. I've been so busy getting ready. It means nothing. You just didn't read the terms and conditions properly like you were supposed to. Nothing is sinking into you, is it? You know you've said the most cruel things to me, right? You hated me because I'm 10 years older than Derek. You know that's a really stupid reason to hate someone for, right? Then you go and lie about where your wedding venue was because you didn't want me to show up. What are you, jealous of me or something? No, come on, Helena. You take things way too seriously. It was all just a silly joke, okay? There were no bad intentions on my part. I honestly thought it would be okay if you didn't show up to the wedding since you're always so busy and stuff like that. And you've got no right to make decisions for me and to treat me like you've been over the last few weeks. You lied right to my face, plus you deceived me. I guess you might have a point when it comes to me telling you wedding venues change. I just didn't want to think that you'd actually try and show up. I don't want to hear any more of your excuses. I am very much over this game you're playing, Roxana. I showed up to the wedding earlier so that I'd be on time for the job orientation at the company. It's very easy to maneuver things around. I was planning to say congratulations and then leave to go to work. Because of you, I couldn't even see my brother, so I just wasted my time and energy. I'm not going to hire someone who'd lie and deceive people like me the way you've done to me. Are you kidding me right now, Helena? You're really not going to hire me because I accidentally sent you the wrong venue? I thought that I landed the job offer no matter what happened. I wouldn't have bothered with trying to get the job if you were just straight with me. You know what? Just change the date of the orientation so that I can attend and still keep the job. Then everyone wins, right? What did you just say? You want to go and reschedule everything just because it doesn't fit your schedule? Are you kidding me? Look, Helena, this is my wedding day, for goodness sake. I'm supposed to be walking down the aisle. If you're going to make me do this job orientation, it's just a matter of switching up the schedule just a little bit, right? You're an executive, right, Helena? You've got the power to be able to change things like that. It would be so easy for you. You can do that for me, can't you? What a self-centered remark you just said. I'm quite surprised that you turned around and said that. You really think that I'm going to change the date and time of the job orientation just for you and then inconvenience dozens of other employees starting today? Do you really think I'd do that for you after the way you've been speaking to me for the last couple of days? Well, I really thought that you could just help me out somehow since I'm really counting on having this job to earn some money. I'll tell you now that I feel so uncomfortable doing any sort of favors for you since you've deceived me so much. It's not much of a mystery as to why I didn't want to help you in the first place. I think it's fairly obvious by now that I don't want to help you out. I can't be your ally and take your side. I can't deal with you anymore. I'm going to tell Derek what's happened. Wait, what? No, you don't need to do that, please. Derek doesn't need to be told what's going on. It'll just stress him out so much. If something like this were to happen to me, there's nothing I can do about my job, and I'll have to give up on trying to find one. I've been looking for a long time. I want this wedding to be a success. I've been planning this for a while, so please don't say anything to Derek. It's not necessary. Well, it's too late, Roxana. I have already mentioned some things to him because he's got a right to know how his wife treats his sister. Excuse me? You've already told him? Are you kidding me? You actually said something to him? Why would you do that? Because we're family. It's only natural for me to tell him what's going on with me and what others have said. I was originally planning on attending the wedding and just showing my face for a little while before I had to go to work. But then someone went and stabbed me in the back so I couldn't see my own brother get married today. You know it was a terrible thing to do, Roxana. Of course, I had to say something to him since you lied to me and thought it would be funny to send me to a different venue. Nobody's laughing, you know. No, you didn't need to do that. How could you be like this? I hardly did anything to you. It was just a joke, and I was going to tell you where it actually was happening, but you never replied. Stop trying to destroy my relationship with my husband. You're always interfering with our business, and it's so frustrating. I just wanted to have the perfect wedding and for everything to go according to plan like it was supposed to. Don't you get that? Well, I also found out another interesting thing from Derek. You do need to learn how to communicate with him better, you know? Huh? What are you talking about? I'm so confused right now. Why are you trying to mess with things so much? You really are so annoying. I know that you owe him money. He told me everything about that. How could you just do this to my brother? You're such a spoiled brat. Are you kidding me? He told you about that? He said that he wouldn't say anything to his family. Ugh, now he's the one who's backstabbing me. You're all insane. So basically, the short story is you promised him that you'd get a job before getting married so that you could start repaying him for the money you took. Up until now, you stopped looking for work at the unemployment office and also quit your part-time job. Is that correct? Looks like you've also been causing quite a few problems for not just me, but for my brother as well. How could you do this to us? That's why Derek gave me permission and asked me to help figure you out. Now I know the true meaning of why he wanted me to do this to you. But these things have got nothing to do with anything since you're only my sister-in-law. What happens between me and Derek is none of your business. Please, you know what's happening to me now. You know why I really need this job. Please, hire me. I will work really hard for the company. Why are you even saying this when you skipped your job orientation? You obviously don't work super hard to keep your job. You'll no longer be working for my company, and also keep in mind that I don't recognize you as part of my family. I'm sorry, what? What's that supposed to mean? I don't understand. So you won't take me back? You can't just ignore me when I'm married to your brother. Well, Derek told me that he plans on cutting ties with you after all this wedding ceremony business is over. He doesn't want you in this family either. Hold on, what? He's not actually going to break up with me, is he? Just because of all these little misunderstandings, he can't do this to me. I wouldn't say these misunderstandings are little, Roxana. You treated me like crap, and you've not paid back my brother's money to him. He doesn't want to interact with people who are toxic to him anymore. He wants to suck all the poison out of his life. He and I don't want to waste our precious lives on people who are going to lie and deceive us. We want to live a long life away from toxic people like you. Are you trying to tell me that I am poisonous? How dare you say something so cruel to me? I'm not like that. I didn't mean for all of this to happen. I just wanted you to back off. From the moment we met and up until now, Roxana, I have tried to do my best to be kind to you and help you out in any way possible. I even helped you land a job at my company, and I don't do that for many people at all. You've always been making sarcastic and unpleasant comments towards me. I thought it would be impossible to say the truth to you, but it really isn't impossible. I can finally breathe and keep you away from me. I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. You are too hard to be around, and you just make things worse for me and my brother. Derek is really reconsidering why he even wanted to marry you in the first place. He hasn't got a clue what he saw in you. Are you kidding me? Why would he say that? I've done nothing but love him with all my might. I only have a little bit of financial trouble, and it'll get fixed. It's our wedding day. He can't just ditch me on our special day. We're supposed to be husband and wife who work things out together. Well, he and I are really shocked by your actions, and you can't take back what you did. Look, I'm really tired of talking to you, and I am done with this mess. Why don't you and Derek have a little chat about your future and see what you can do, all right? I've got a job orientation to hold right now. Please, my dear sister-in-law, you can't just abandon me like this. I really need your help with your brother, and what I did to you was just a joke. If you'll hire me, I'll sort things out with Derek, and I'll be dedicated to him as a wife, and we'll live happily ever after. It's okay for you to attend the wedding now, okay? Even if I turn around and take everything back that I said, it's too late. You made your bed, you lie in it, Roxana. Also, don't you ever call me your dear sister-in-law ever again, all right? It makes me sick to my stomach when you say that. All right, on that note, I'm going to say goodbye now. I've got a lot of work to attend to. Have a nice wedding ceremony by yourself. After all the commotion that Roxana caused to Helena, Derek, and the rest of the family, she desperately tried to beg for their forgiveness. Of course they didn't, because they didn't want her treating them like that again. She also didn't end up with the job offer either. Derek was very disappointed that things turned out the way that they did, but he had no choice but to cancel the wedding after everything that came out about Roxana. Even though they legally got married, they are currently discussing their divorce procedures. It seems like Derek was totally taken aback with how Roxana was treating people and deceiving his sister. Considering what Roxana did, it was all self-inflicted, and she brought it all on herself. Let's hope that she can find a job soon to support her lifestyle and pay back her debts to Derek. You know, I never knew this about you before. But it so happens that you're 10 years older than me? So we can both agree that that makes you a super grandma now, right? Milani, that's not really the way you should be starting a conversation with me. The fact that I ran into you earlier today really shocked me. I had assumed you'd be a bit younger than you actually are. This means you're 7 years older than your brother, right? That's insane to me. Milani, what are you trying to say about me here? What? You're scaring me by asking what my true intentions are that way. Are you a little upset with me right now? Perhaps a little bit jealous? Jealous? Jealous of someone like you? Why would I ever be jealous of you, Milani? What do you have right now that I don't? Oh, please don't get that upset about the fact that I'm younger than you are and I'm about to get married. I'm sure that someday someone as unfortunate as you will be blessed with something great. I'm really not sure what all of this is about. I still don't understand why you think I'd be jealous of you, especially when I barely even know who you are. Besides that you're dating my little brother. Again, with this trying to act all tough about things when you're really screaming on the inside. I know that deep inside you're really wanting to get married right now, right? I'm sure that every single day you're thinking about it, craving it even. Aubrey, you're 40 years old now, and yet you're still single? There's no way that could be possible for a woman without some very good reasoning behind it. I'm not 40 years old. I happen to be 37, thank you very much. And right now, I happen to be more focused on my career than anything else in my life. The fact that you're even saying that leads me to believe you're never going to find yourself a man to make your husband. I feel so bad for stuck-up broads like you. I am so happy that I was blessed with never having to end up like you, making such a lame excuse as that. Could you please stop talking about me with such a terrible tone? You and I are going to become family very soon here, and I think it's best that we both begin to act nice around one another. So let's both set whatever it is we have against one another aside and make some steps towards being good sisters, so to speak. I honestly have no idea what you keep rambling on about there. This must be what people mean by older women always mumbling to themselves. And you are being so rude to me right now that I'm not quite sure what to even say back to you. By the way, you plan on coming to our wedding as well, right? What? I guess I do. It is my little brother's wedding after all, so I plan on being there. What do you suppose people will think when they see the groom's older sister, who happens to be 10 years older than myself, showing up at the wedding? What do you mean by that? I don't think anyone is going to care about that at all. Do you? I feel that Vincent might be very embarrassed by that, by his old hag of a sister showing up at his wedding. Well, you can stop thinking about how he or any of the other guests there might feel about it. Nobody is the kind of rude pile of trash that you happen to be. Especially my little brother. I understand what you're trying to get at here, though. It's pretty obvious to me that you really don't like anything about myself, and you want to trick me into thinking everyone thinks the same way. But you're not going to trick me any because I know better than to bother with losers like you. And as for coming to the wedding, I'll be there. I'm the groom's older sister, after all, and there is nothing that's going to stop me. Now, you can look forward to the lack of reactions from any of the guests to my appearance on the day of. It's gross that you think of yourself so highly. I really hope you think twice about coming, Aubrey. You might regret showing up there if you do end up coming. I believe it's only going to be you regretting anything if you keep that nasty attitude going around me. Your girlfriend, or well, I guess I should say fiance, it doesn't seem that she's too fond of me being your big sister. Have you told her anything about what I do for a career?
I haven't said a thing yet. And why do you think she's not too fond of you? I didn't notice anything going on between the two of you when you both met earlier, so was there really something going on there? Did I miss something? Could it be because you didn't have a lot of makeup on?
I was kind of hoping that she would notice something about me then, especially considering she plays instruments herself. Are you certain that Milani actually plays anything or even knows much about music to begin with?
Well, she told me that she really loves playing different things, especially the piano. But...
Are you doubting her as well?
well, it's not that I'm doubting what she said or anything. I shouldn't be doubting the person I plan to marry, right? It's just that ever since she graduated from that music school, she's been dreaming of becoming a piano teacher. So, as her soon-to-be husband, I have to support her on that.
So you don't doubt her, yet there's something up with her? Well, I guess at the wedding I can just ask her in person about what's going on with her. I'd like to know what school she ended up graduating from as well, things like that.
I really don't want to get caught in the middle of any of that. So you can go ahead and talk to her about it whenever I'm not around. And I'll try my best to keep what you do as a career a secret from her for the time being. I have to consider her pride in all this after all.
Well, as long as not telling her doesn't lead to any trouble, then it's probably the best thing to do. All right, the next time I get the chance, I'll talk with her about her situation. I happen to be planning to put on a fun little performance for the wedding, so I was wondering if I could get your help with it. I hope you're really looking forward to helping me out. I get that you hate me for some reason or another, but you would never use my help as a way of making things between you and I worse, right? By, let's say, bullying me in front of everyone. I think since today is the day of your wedding, we should both just put our hands down and be relaxed with one another. No way. Did I ever say that I hate you, Aubrey? I just feel really sorry for such an old hag not having a husband or a future for herself yet. I'm not sure how you can give me all that crap just then, but say you don't hate me at all. I'm getting the feeling that you're going to try to embarrass me or something, so could you please just tell me the truth about your plan? And if you're still not willing to tell me, how about you just knock all that off and save it for later? Yeah. It's almost going to be your turn, so make sure you're ready for it and do your best. Excuse me? When I'm finished, I would like for you to play the piano. What? The piano? You didn't hear about any of this from Vincent? I happen to have graduated from a music academy, and I am very skilled in all sorts of instruments. I heard about that, but what does that have to do with anything? Well, I'm planning on becoming a piano teacher myself soon. And the reason for that is because I have a lot of confidence in my skill playing the piano. Is that right? And when it comes to you, you're a strong, independent old hag that can do anything for herself, right? So we'll see you play the piano today, right after I'm finished. Although I'm sure whatever you decide to try playing will be nowhere close to the actual music I'm able to produce, and everybody will get to see that. I see. So that's the game you're trying to play now? I'm pretty sure that neither myself or Vincent have ever told you about whether I can play the piano or not, right? You sure haven't told me a thing about that. But you seem to be so confident in being single in your old age, so let's see you play the piano with such confidence. And don't worry, if you can't actually play, then just tell everyone that. Or if that's too difficult for you to do with all that pride, I'll show them you can't play. I think that would be even more entertaining, don't you think? I already know that I am levels above you, so this will be easy as cake for me. I was kind of wondering what all of this would be about. I guess you were planning on using the piano as a way to destroy the confidence I have in myself this whole time? Well, have no fear, because I'll be putting on the best performance I can. You will? Are you sure it's going to be considered your best by anyone here? I think it's better you just tell everyone how bad you are. It'll save all their ears from having to listen to the sounds of a dying cat. And another thing you should do before you get off the stage, as a little extra for me, you should thank me. Thank you for what? You should thank me for ever finding the courage to invite an old hag like you to my wedding. And you should be thankful that I'm asking for your help in this piano performance today. All right. Like I said, I'll be trying my best. I can't wait to see your butt being embarrassed. Right after my beautifully performed piece, everyone is going to have to get an earful of pain from whatever crap you try to play on the piano. Oh, I'm so looking forward to the expression on your face afterwards. I have no plans of playing any crap for them. Don't worry about it. Anybody can play random keys on a piano, so you don't have to feel as though you're anything special. If you can't even do that, just signal me over and I can help show you how to sit on the bench. I'm just that kind of caring person after all. I see. Well, I'm looking forward to this performance. What the hell was that? Who do you think you are? What the hell just happened out there? I might not have mentioned this to you before, but I happen to be a professional pianist. What? A professional pianist? And not just a professional one, but a professional one that happens to be known worldwide. However, it seems that you've never heard of me before. Well, we sure showed all of your guests today the difference between your piano skills and mine when I came on stage right after you to play. And let me just say, I believe I'm the one who's levels above you. Shut the hell up! It's because of you that all of this... All of this... what? That all of this planning you had turned upside down? That every single one of your guests applauded me today and I became the star of your wedding? And because of that, you threw a fit and tried to hit me with the wedding cake, but instead you missed me, causing you to fall and land on said cake? And since you did that, your face, hair, dress, pretty much everything about you is all gross and a complete mess. And now the wedding is canceled? Tell me, which one of these things were you trying to blame me for? Screw you, you old hag! I'm blaming you for all of it! It's all your fault that all of that happened to me! The only reason the wedding has been canceled is because my brother had enough of your crap. But I really don't blame him for wanting to cancel the wedding. I mean, look at what you tried to do to his older sister. I'm sure it was hard for you to try and get him to think of you any other way after what all you'd done. Why is all of this happening right now? This is all completely strange. All I wanted was to have the best day of my life today at my wedding, and this is how things turned out? I'm not kidding when I say that everything that went wrong today was because of you. Really? And explain to me why it's all my fault? All I did today was what you asked for. You said you wanted to help with your piano performance, and so that's what I did. I walked on stage after you finished your piece, and then I played mine. You were the one that told me to play the piano, right? And I thought you wouldn't be able to play it. I just assumed you were some overconfident hag that needed to be taught a freaking lesson. Yet you happen to be some world-famous pianist? How the hell could that be the freaking case right now? This is completely screwed up. Well, I'm sorry, but the truth is I'm a dang good pianist. And now that you know the full truth about who I am, I'd like to ask you a question. A question? You want to ask me a question? Did you really graduate from a music school? An academy, like you were saying before? Huh? Milani, I was a little doubtful about you before all of this, but if you really did graduate from a music school, which one was it? What kind, actually? Was it a public school or a private school? From what your mom was talking about a little bit ago, you happened to graduate from a public school. But where you're from, there is no public schooling for music. Not even any universities that offer music majors or minors. Am I missing something here? I never said I went somewhere near my hometown. Anywhere will do, right? And where I went to school has nothing to do with an old hag like you. But according to what I was told by Vincent, you didn't do well in school, did you? So could you please just tell me what school you went to so that I can stop asking you? Shut the frickin' hell up already! What the hell do you plan to do if I do tell you where I went? Why do you have to ask me questions like this when I've already been humiliated enough? Does it really frickin' matter to you that much where I went to school for music? Well, I suppose to myself it doesn't really matter. But had you really gone to school for music, especially for piano, it's a bit odd that you would have never heard about who I am there. What? What are you talking about now? Well, I am known for my music and skills worldwide, right? Yeah, you already said that to me. So what? Do you think I'm just supposed to know about every single person that's played the piano once I've graduated from school? Well, after hearing the performance I put on just then, you should have been well aware of who I am. But since you didn't seem to recognize me from that song alone, that must mean you're an amateur. However, as an amateur, you probably couldn't really tell what song I was playing or if it was any good or not. Are you really trying to say that I suck at playing the piano now? Well, from what I heard today out of you, it's not far off from me to say that you probably should just give up on playing. Do you understand that? There is no way my sister-in-law should be a pianist. Just no way. I never even heard from a single person before today that you'd even played the piano before. How come not a single soul told me about such important information before when I myself play the piano? Not even Vincent told me anything about you. And the reason for that is simple. Because you brag all the time about how you graduated from a music school. And you think that someday you'll open your own school and become a piano teacher. I had assumed with all that confidence in yourself and that dream, you would have known about me from just my name alone. Well, I don't care about you famous people. But even if you don't care about me enough to know my name, you should still be able to know my music. You're not a pianist, Milani, even if you think you can play the piano. Your timing on the keys was sloppy, and the notes you played were off by very large margins. Shut the actual hell up already, okay? Why the hell didn't you tell me any of this before I went out there? All you had to say to me was that you're a pianist. Well, I kind of forgot to say anything to you while you were running your mouth that whole time. Sorry? But honestly, nobody, including myself, wanted to tell you who I was because your pride would have been soiled. Vincent is a really kind soul, so he managed to play along with you so that you wouldn't get upset. But as for myself, I knew from the moment you started talking to me about the piano that you knew nothing. Huh? You knew I was lying? Lying? I haven't been lying about anything. What kind of lie do you think I've been telling? I know that you want to say you graduated from a music school, but by just saying you graduated from one won't help you start a school. And even if you do find a way to start your own school, it will be open for only a short period of time because soon people will begin to realize you lied and will probably try and sue you over it. Do you understand what I'm saying? What? Sue? Sue me? Why would anyone want to sue me? Are you serious? You know why people would want to sue you over something like that. Plenty of families have their reasoning for wanting their children to learn an instrument from an early age. And plenty of those families want to send their kids to someone they can trust and keep around for a long time. If you start getting people that believe your lies to come to your classes, what do you think will happen when they realize they just paid a lot of money for a phony? Do you really think they're going to continue believing that you're a pro and that what you're teaching them is right? The music you played for everyone today is nothing compared to what someone who graduated from a music school can play. I'm telling you. I never thought that I'd be harassed this badly. You're a freaking old hag and are annoying as hell. I don't want to hear another word from your mouth about the things I do. Is that what you want? Then go ahead and do as you please. But don't expect any more support from Vincent on any of that. Huh? What do you mean by that now? Vincent has lost every bit of love he had for you today. Vincent has? There's no way in hell he stopped loving me. The way you acted today really embarrassed him as a man trying to marry you. You really did it today by acting like a spoiled little brat. Everyone's mouths were wide open after seeing what all you tried to do. Throwing your wedding cake at me, all because you couldn't handle the fact that I'm better at playing the piano than you? Do you have any idea just how embarrassed you made him feel today? It's because of everything you tried to do today that things ended up poorly for yourself. That's because you messed with me. Had you hit me in the face with that cake today, you would be facing a much harsher punishment than you already are. People would have really seen the kind of monster you are on the inside then. But I've already been punished more than enough today. I'm just as embarrassed as Vincent is, and for no good reason. I wasn't even thinking that I'd have to resort to throwing a cake in your face today. I was just hoping that when everyone heard you try to play the piano after my performance. You're jealous, aren't you? That's sad coming from someone who was calling me jealous a while back. I have nothing else to talk to you about. Honestly, I don't even want to be around someone as toxic as you anymore. Someone who thinks it's okay to become that jealous of someone and then act like a spoiled brat when their plan to humiliate doesn't go well. If you and Vincent do still end up getting married at some point, I want you to know that I am not related to you in any way. You already know we're going to get married, why wouldn't we? Today was my wedding day, and I know Vincent will come around to me. You may have ruined all of it for me, but that doesn't stop him and I from getting married. Back to blaming me for all of that again. Well, go ahead and keep thinking that. Not everyone on this planet was able to graduate elementary school. Have a great time dealing with Vincent later. Wait a second, Aubrey! What? I was just told by Vincent that he's put some more thought into him and I getting married? Is he being serious right now? What the hell are all of you trying to say I did today? I was just trying to be happy, nothing else. Hey now. Stop throwing a temper tantrum and listen. Were you not trying to start something with me today by bringing me out on stage and embarrassing me, all because I'm older than you and still single? I believe you were, and today showed everyone just how toxic and crazy you are. Do you understand that? Aubrey, what should I do about all of this? I thought that I'd finally be getting married today and ended up quitting my job. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now if the wedding doesn't happen and I don't get to marry Vincent. Can you please help me get back together with Vincent? Did you just manage to forget how freaking rude you've been to me all in a matter of seconds? That's kind of scary, and you might want to get that checked out. But let me tell you, you're a freaking brat, and I'm not going to help you out of your own mess. Don't say things like that about me. Aren't you and I both living in the same world together? I mean, you and I are both music artists. You should be wanting to help me because of that. Don't you dare start saying you and I are both music artists. I might be one, but all you are is a fraud who thinks they can one day scam people for their money by faking a pianist. I think the only thing left for you to do is to be real with yourself and say that you can't play the piano and should just find something else to do. Well, it's not like I'm going to be seeing you anymore after this, so who am I to say what you do next? Figure something out yourself. Goodbye forever, Milani. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to play my song to the sounds of a dying cat today, but at least you filled in for that part. In the end, Vincent told Milani that he no longer wanted to marry her, and that was the end of the relationship they had with each other. She also ended up being told by her family that she was an embarrassment to them all, and after they cut ties to her, she had no place to return home to. Milani was left losing her job, her fiancé, and her family all in a matter of days. At one point, she did go to Vincent after they broke up and told him that she never actually did graduate from any kind of music school, but that didn't get a reaction out of Vincent before he started to walk away from her for good. And I'm sure we can all understand what the reason for being silent and walking away was.
Miss Jennifer! I looked on your social media yesterday. That dress is seriously the worst thing imaginable.
You saw?
Yeah, of course I saw. I saw your dress, but even worse was the bride's dress. I kind of expect it from your sister, though. I mean, it's not like I wanted to see it, but it showed up in my feed, so what can you do, right? All the attendees had their faces hidden, but it was from that boring old woman's marriage, so I'm sure it was full of boring old attendees.
Please don't be like that. It's my sister you're talking about. Besides, we all went to the same local piano class. We're all friends here, right? We're all on speaking terms. Back in the day.
She was a boring, unimpressionable pipsqueak. She was younger than me, but for some reason the teacher's favorite. She tried to be more noticeable than me at the rehearsal. I never liked her from back then. I didn't realize that my younger brother's fiancée was that girl's sister. Literally the worst.
I don't know what you want me to say. It's a small town, it can't be helped.
When I used to take piano classes a while back, I really didn't like her at all. That's why I would always do little things to piss her off. You know, like tearing the back of her dress, or putting thumbtacks on the bottom of her chair. Oh man, I remember when she sat down on them without looking. That was seriously hilarious.
You're the worst. Why would you do such a thing?
Now that stupid little girl is grown up to marry someone. What does the world come to? What kind of weird man would want to marry that thing anyway?
Please stop right now.
I'm so glad I didn't take part in it. When you tried to talk me into going, honestly, I had to think about it for a second.
Is that true?
You know how at a wedding a lot of people get to know each other? So, I wanted to meet someone and settle down, or so I thought, but if it's your younger sister's man, there couldn't possibly be any good men. I didn't want to give her a gift either, so I'm glad I didn't go.
I see. We were still relatives, and it seemed like you two knew each other from a while back. That's why I invited you all, but you missed out on a really great wedding, you understand that?
Yeah, sure. It's your younger sister's wedding, so I'm sure everything looks great in your eyes. It's that woman's husband anyway. I'm sure he's terrible looking. She's nothing like me. I only want a good-looking man who clearly makes over $100K a year. Those are the only people who are worthy of going out with me.
Is that why you can't find anyone to get married to yet?
What is that attitude? It's not like I can't find anyone. It's just that I haven't yet. If I wanted to get married, it wouldn't take me that long to get married. But no one is worthy of my time yet. So I'm still in the selection stage.
I see. Here's a photo of my sister's husband.
Huh? Oh, wow. Really? He actually doesn't look that bad. I expected much worse. Your sister must have really worked hard to find that man. Oh, or maybe she's being played. With a face like that, I feel like he could just be scamming her. Your younger sister is so boring looking and straight-edged for some reason. I feel like she could be tricked easily. Are you sure it's okay? She's not loaning him any money, is she?
I don't think that she would need to loan him any money.
Oh, and how do you know?
Because he's a doctor?
Huh?
Oh, sorry, did I not tell you? My sister's a nurse. You wouldn't believe how fancy the wedding was. You really can't underestimate how rich a doctor is. It was incredible.
He's a doctor?
It was a brilliant hotel, and there was apparently a really famous chef. The food was incredible, too.
Really?
Yeah, the attendees were all fancy. They were all basically just single men. Most of them worked at famous research hospitals, too. All of his coworkers, all of his old friends, they were all doctors.
What the hell? Why didn't you just tell me that first?
Why would I?
If you had told me that first, of course I would have gone. A doctor is way too good for someone like your younger sister and is perfect for someone like me. Oh, I should have gone. And you knew that. But you didn't tell me because you knew that, right? You're seriously the worst. get a divorce. You need to get a divorce with my younger brother right now.
Don't worry, I'll let him know what you think.
Huh?
I think he'll be pretty pissed off, hearing that you were just telling me to get a divorce from him.
So tell him then. Not that I care if he gets angry anyway.
I think that if you don't have our support, though, you're going to be in serious trouble. Are you sure you're going to be okay?
He would never do such a thing. You think he's just going to abandon my parents?
Well, we thought that we were helping your parents out, but it seems like you were just stealing the money anyway. We found out about that recently. So I think that telling him about what you said right now will make him stop sending you money. Even if he doesn't stop, I will be giving Mom the money directly from now on.
Whatever. Anyway, introduce me.
What? Introduce you to who?
Introduce me to your younger sister's husband's friends. I don't care if they're co-workers or what. You didn't take me to the wedding, so that's the least you can do.
I invited you, but you didn't come. That was your decision. I don't know their contact information anyway. I can't introduce you.
What? You're seriously so damn useless. Just ask your younger sister then. You can literally figure it out. Think about it before you say you can't.
Why do I have to do all that for you? I don't think my younger sister is going to be doing any of that for you either.
Why the hell not? There aren't that many beautiful single women like me. I'm a keeper for sure.
I don't think my younger sister is going to be introducing some rotten bitch to a bunch of her coworkers.
Rotten bitch? What?
Oh, I was talking about you, Yvonne.
How rude of you! How could you be that rude to your husband's sister? I cannot believe the audacity.
It's the truth. That includes everything from the past, too. Even as a grown adult, you made fun of my younger sister. You even made fun of her wedding photos. You had to nitpick. There was no way I would introduce anyone like that. By the way, that dress you were calling lame? It was apparently in the Paris collection. You really don't understand high-class fashion, do you?
I didn't say anything bad about the dress.
You literally talked bad about it. I guess classy items are something beyond your realm of understanding, huh? I mean, to be fair, you do collect fake brand bags that kind of look like the real thing.
I just like the design of them, okay? It has nothing to do with you.
That's true, but your love life also has nothing to do with me. So I'm not going to introduce you to anyone. I'm not going to tell my sister about it either.
Why not? You should have forced me to go even if I didn't want to go. I see. You really didn't want me to get married, huh?
What?
You didn't want me to marry some high elite class man and stand above you and your stupid ass sister. I see. Now it all makes sense. Just admit it.
I didn't think about that at all. I'm actually perfectly fine with my life right now. I don't think my sister gives a shit about you either. Also, I'm just going to be clear about it now. Just because you showed up to the wedding doesn't mean that people who are making 6 digits a year aren't going to choose some old hoe like you.
What the hell are you talking about? Of course they're going to choose me. I'm the most beautiful woman in town. I'm so popular. I'm still in the beauty team for the town.
You were released from the beauty team. You're just a drugstore clerk now. Besides, the whole thing about being the most beautiful woman in town, that was when you were in elementary school. Are you seriously talking about something that was true 30 years ago?
Oh, shut up. You just don't understand. My appeal is incredible and everyone loves me. Whatever. Just introduce me to your sister's husband.
Huh?
I'm sure you have his contact info, right? Tell me right now. I'm so much more woman compared to your younger sister, and I'm gonna let him understand that.
Okay, now you're really not making any sense. You can't find a good job and you're almost 40. You're literally stealing and mooching off your parents' retirement.
What are you talking about? I am not almost 40. I'm only 37.
Also, my sister has already left for her honeymoon. They're apparently traveling around Europe now. I'm not going to tell you any contact information. And from now on, we will be stopping all financial support for you. After you being that rude, we have no choice but to cut all ties. I don't want you to try to make any weird moves towards my sister's husband anyways.
Now, hang on about the money. You don't have to be that rash, right?
I'm sure some six-figure-a-year good-looking dude will find you, right? Keep dreaming, dumbass. Jennifer explained everything to her husband and was furious as expected. Her husband loves Jennifer very much, so when he saw the whole thing with the divorce and the story about being introduced, he just couldn't forgive her anymore. He got pissed off at her at the phone and then called his parents and said that he would not be contacting her ever again. He said that he would not be going home unless they chased her out of their house. And so her parents are trying to convince her to leave the house. Yvonne started spewing something about how she was going to find some rich man and be a gold digger, but no one wanted to go out with this almost 40-year-old live-at-home woman. She's all alone now. It's going to be a while before she finds someone to settle down with.
Hey, I'm going to be getting married here soon. Sorry for getting married before you, Brenda. Which is sad because I'm 5 years younger than you.
So you've decided to get married? Congratulations on that. I'm not really sure there's a need for you to be comparing myself to you, but it's great to hear that things have been going so well in your relationship.
You're 35 years old now, right? By this point, I'd say you're pretty much past your prime.
You don't have to say things like that. What do you think any of that accomplishes?
Well, I happen to still be 30 years old, and my wife is 27 years old. Isn't this crazy for you to hear right now?
Aiden, I'd be watching my mouth if I were you. I understand that you're so excited and happy to be getting married, but that does not give you permission to start bashing me like that, okay?
Bashing you? All I'm doing is saying the truth about you right now. I just think it's great that I'm going to be getting married to a woman that's even younger than myself. If you wanted to be in the same boat as she is when the wedding happens, then you're going to need to find yourself a man in his 40s soon.
Why are you mentioning that? My life has nothing to do with what you think, right? So, would you please stop it with all that jabbering on about my life?
I'm not jabbering on about anything. I'm just trying to make it obvious to you that I want you to try a little more is all. Is it not embarrassing to come in second place to me in everything?
What do you mean, Aiden? This is not some kind of competition, all right? I really want to know why you're going on and on about things like this.
Aren't you getting really worked up and afraid right now because your little brother's getting married before you? If I were in your shoes right now, I'd be freaking out. Being the oldest sibling, yet still not having a partner worth marrying yet, and considering you're a woman, isn't that embarrassing to you?
The only thing I'm worried about right now is that my little brother thinks the same way a man in the 1920s would have been thinking about things. We live in the 21st century now, and that kind of worry about marrying while one is young needs to stop.
What the heck? What are you trying to get at there?
If you don't understand what I'm saying, then maybe you need to put a little more thought into it. I don't want to talk with you anymore, okay? Just leave me alone and think about the things you've just said to me and why they'd all make me want to stop talking. Do you remember the last time you were acting out like this? You started to make fun of Dad and call him all sorts of names.
Is that when I made fun of him, always forgetting things, and asked him if he was already going crazy, or something like that? Was that really such a big deal to all of you? Because it wasn't. You all are just a bunch of tight asses.
I think we are all having to put up with a lot from you recently, because you've only become a lot worse when it comes to being kind.
What do you mean putting up with? I'm a very good son to both Mom and Dad, aren't I? I happen to be getting married early on. Very different from someone else in the family, right?
That's what I mean. I get that you're the kind of person to always think about yourself before anyone else and never think before you speak. But just remember that you should be thankful for all of us around you. If you start to forget that, then you'll be in for loads of trouble.
Brenda, when are you planning on coming here?
What? Planning on coming to what?
Huh? What do you mean by that? Don't tell me you've forgotten what day it is. You would never no-show on a day like today, right? So, when are you coming?
What would I have forgotten about, Aiden? What do you mean when I am coming? Where am I supposed to be going to right now? Was there something happening today that I need to be at?
Huh? You're lying, right? Are you being serious with me right now about that?
What is going on here? I literally have no idea what you keep going on about. Is this some kind of joke?
You're the one that seems to be joking right now. But I want you to stop that. You're going to piss me off if you keep that going, which would be a waste on a day like today.
No, seriously, Aiden. I have no clue what you keep talking about. Coming out of nowhere like that and sending me all these strange messages is not funny. You're just starting to annoy me is all.
Huh? So what you're telling me is that you really did forget about what today is? Are you freaking kidding me, Brenda?
I'm just asking you to explain to me what's going on here, for crying out loud.
If my family no-shows on the day of my wedding, I'm going to cut ties with all of you. Stop it with that stupid joke already, god dang it! You are about to make me go crazy with the way you're acting right now.
What? Today's your wedding?
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no freaking way. So you really did forget about today? Forgetting about your little brother's wedding like that?
No, hold on, just wait a second. What are you actually talking about right now?
The fact that I have as horrible of a person as you as my older sister makes me want to give up. No showing on the day of your only sibling's wedding? Like that is screwed up. If you don't get over here right now, then I'm going to cut ties with you and the whole family.
The date that's on your invitation is saying the wedding is tomorrow.
What?
You can get mad all you want for not staying level-headed and listening to me when I said I had no clue what you were going on about. But what I just said is a fact. I just took another look at the invitation, and just as I thought, it says your wedding is tomorrow. So your wedding should be tomorrow, right?
What are you going on about? You think an excuse like that is going to work on me? There's no way I'm the one who's mistaken here.
Come on now. Take a look for yourself, why don't you? Perhaps the invitation you sent me has the wrong date on it? I'm not sure who all else might have gotten a misprint like this, but if everyone got this same invitation as me, then nobody you invited is going to be coming to that wedding of yours today.
Hold on 2 seconds. I just had a look. You weren't kidding. The date on these invitations are all wrong.
So you finally had a look yourself? I'm sure you're standing there looking like an idiot right now, but I wasn't lying about any of that. Who the heck made all these invitations, Aiden?
I did. And I went and made dozens of copies of this to send to everyone I wanted here.
So, with that being said, everyone you invited thinks that your wedding is tomorrow.
This is not good! No way! You're telling me I didn't notice this error and sent everyone the invitation? Then that means none of the people I invited are going to show up today!
Well, that's what it seems like. Besides yourself, I don't think a single person is going to be showing up that you sent those invitations to. You should have taken a better look at your invitations and had your fiancé look at them as well before sending them all out.
If none of the people I invited come today, what's going to happen to the wedding? If there's nobody here to celebrate me, then this wedding will be like hell!
At that point, I wouldn't even call that a wedding. I'm not sure what's going to happen there, but you're the one that did this to yourself, right? Your fiancé, or wife, is it? Wasn't the one to send those out, right?
That's right! I was told to be the one to prepare and send them all out. So that's what I did.
When it comes to those invitations, the date and place are the two most important parts, so you should have double-checked that. Well, it's too late to tell you that now. Everyone's already received their invites.
I want to know what to do here.
You're going to have to tell your wife about all of this, right? That should be your first step. You have to let her know about what you've done. You can't just have the wedding and not tell her anything about what's happened.
That's a good point. I'll go and tell her about all of this right now. Letting things be would only make things worse later on. I have to go talk to her right now.
Good luck, Aiden.
Crap! She is really upset with me now. I would have been better off not telling her a thing!
Had you not told her, the reality of the situation you're in wouldn't have changed. I think it was a good choice letting her know sooner rather than later. And now this means you've taken responsibility for what you've done.
Right now she's blaming me for everything because I was the one that sent them out. If things stay this way, we won't be able to have the wedding because she's so upset with me. What am I going to do about all this?
Just a bit ago, you were getting all upset with me and saying you'd cut ties to me, right? And in the end, it was all your fault for this stuff happening.
You shouldn't. You don't have to add salt to my already fresh wound, okay? Right now, things are pretty tough for me, and I'm going to have to find a way out of this. Can you be a little more kind with your words right now? You're supposed to be my older sister!
Come on, you can complain about me all you want, but that's not going to help your current situation any, is it? You should have done a better job checking things over before sending those invitations, right? You had time to do all of that back when making the cards and then receiving them to send out yourself, right?
You don't have to tell me all of that now. I get it. But right now, I have no idea what to do, okay? Would you please start giving me some freaking advice instead of talking down about what I've done?
Well, when you start asking me to do things in that kind of bossy tone, I really don't want to do anything to help you.
I want to know what I should be doing right now, Brenda. If I don't act, then this wedding is going to go nowhere besides being cancelled.
I don't care about that. How about, for starters, you learn from all this?
Learn from this? What is there to learn right now?
Oh, please. You know what I'm talking about. Do you have no memory of the way you've always behaved toward me? About all those times you were so selfish around me and didn't give a crap about how what you were doing was affecting me. None of that rings a bell?
Behaved? I was being that mean towards you or something?
You picked on me for not being married yet. And you always acted like you were the best because of my situation.
I was just telling you the truth.
It's a very good thing to be as confident and happy about yourself as you've been. But when you start bringing others down to make yourself look even more attractive, then there's a major problem. You would also pick on my life choices and would even speak badly about Mom and Dad in front of them. Because you always behaved in that manner around us, I find this to be what you deserve. No matter how horrible of a situation you're in at the moment, I find it totally natural that nobody wants to come and help you.
Hold up. Are you really that mad at me right now? Was I really saying that bad of things about you and both Mom and Dad?
The fact that you can't even tell how rude you were being is awful. It's very terrifying, actually. If you're never going to understand that the way you've been acting is wrong, then nobody is ever going to come to your aid when you need them.
What? What is wrong with you, Brenda?
Another thing, Aiden. When you came over to Mom and Dad's house a little while back, you went and took some of their money, right?
Wait, took the money sounds a little bad. I just happened to not have enough money for myself, so I went and borrowed some from them. Why do you know about that to begin with?
You borrowed that money? Then what happened to you ever paying them back?
Well, that's the thing. I haven't gotten around to that part yet.
So then you probably shouldn't say you were borrowing it then yet. Do you even plan on giving them that money back?
I do, of course.
When?
I don't know when just yet.
Well, look at that. You don't care to get them that money back. If you cared to, then you would have given them a time frame so that they could hold you accountable. The fact that you are this troubled and always cause problems for the family is probably why you're getting what you deserved now, right?
I never meant to do anything wrong, though. I'm sorry, Brenda.
What? What are you feeling sorry about? I'm pretty sure you're only saying that to get me to be quiet about all the wrongs you've done to everyone around you, right? It's not going to work, so don't even tell me you're sorry again.
Hold on, though. I really didn't know that you've been this upset with me. I was just teasing you is all, and there was no greater meaning to it.
Even if that was all you meant to do, you still hurt me. You knew that too, because you were poking fun at me for things that one of your age shouldn't be doing. Since you act that way with me so much, I'm sure you act that way with people outside the family as well.
I seriously never noticed that any of what I was doing was bad, though. That's why I'm being honest when I say I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you in any way, alright? I want you to understand that, okay? I really do feel sorry about all of that right now. From now on, I promise to think about how I talk with you before I speak.
Are you sure you're being serious enough about that? Is it okay for me to believe you then?
Please, believe me. I'll make sure that money I got from Mom and Dad is returned to them as well. I'll even go and apologize to Mom and Dad as well. I had used too much money on the wedding, and had nothing left to put towards bills and food. So I was just planning on borrowing some from them is all.
You stole the ability to retire from Dad, you know.
Well, I never meant to do that to him. But now that you've said all this, my eyes have been opened. From now on, I'll be more careful of what I do and say, and make sure to take responsibility for my actions. Once again, I'm sorry for never noticing any of this and hurting you.
If you've come to understand what I've told you, then that's good. I'm going to give you a call right now. Luckily, you were able to have a good wedding after all that.
Brenda, thank you so much for everything. This is all because of you and has nothing to do with me. The fact that you went ahead and called everyone in the family and let them know about the mistake I made, and you talking with the manager of the building and asking them to start the wedding a little later for me. We were able to wait for everyone to come here, and from there, we were able to have this wedding. I am so thankful for all of that.
You're welcome. And you'll be thanking me for all that for the rest of your life.
I really will.
After seeing my little brother begging me to help, I couldn't just sit there, even if you've been such a jackass to Mom, Dad, and I.
I wasn't really begging.
Well, when you were on the phone with me, you sure sounded like you were begging. Well, that doesn't matter now. Just don't forget anything I've said to you today, okay? If you begin to clean up your act, then I'm sure in no time good things will start to happen to you again.
I totally understand that now. From now on, I'll try harder to show you just how thankful I am for everything you've done today. Thank you again, Brenda. Wait, thank you for literally everything, Brenda.
If you're still able to apologize and thank me like that now, then that means you still have a chance of being all right. I'm actually a bit upset that things turned out this well for you in the end, but I think this is a good turning point for you. Now, you make sure to treat your wife kindly, okay? In the end, thanks to all that work I put in, the wedding was a success for my brother and his wife, albeit starting 2 hours after it was planned for. Because of all my effort, I would be thanked by both my brother and his wife for a very long time, showing that they still had not forgotten about what happened. I didn't know how things would end for Aiden, but the fact that he was able to have his eyes open to his actions and learn from them is wonderful. He even came around to paying my dad back for all the money he borrowed before. It seems that everyone is a whole lot more content with my brother now, and you could call this a happy ending for everyone involved. And because of that, I'm a whole lot more relieved than I was before my brother's wedding.